California is burning once again. Los Angeles has been hit by wildfires that have left entire neighborhoods in ruins. Los Angeles is no stranger to wildfires, but this time, it's different. In the heart of winter, in what seemed like a scene from a disaster movie, raging wildfires have forced over 130,000 people to flee their homes, and tragically, at least 5 lives were lost. But how did it all happen? And what can we learn from this catastrophe? Stay tuned as we uncover the shocking details behind this disaster. Los Angeles has a history of wildfires dating back to the 19th century. The first recorded wildfire in the area occurred in 1889, but it wasn't until the 1950s that the city began to take serious steps toward fire prevention. Even today, the city's fire department operates one of the largest urban firefighting fleets in the world. Los Angeles, a city renowned for its sprawling urban landscape, stunning coastline, and vibrant culture, is no stranger to natural disasters. The city's unique geography, nestled between mountains and the Pacific Ocean, creates a perfect storm for wildfires, especially during the dry, hot months. However, in January 2025, an unseasonably warm and dry spell set the stage for an unprecedented wildfire season. A series of dry winds, known as the Santa Anas, combined with unseasonably warm temperatures to create the perfect storm for wildfires. These winds accelerated the spread of flames, turning dry vegetation into tinder. Adding to the problem, decades of urban sprawl into fire-prone areas have placed millions of people at risk. This combination of natural geography and human development created the explosive conditions that made these wildfires so catastrophic. The first signs of the wildfire began in the densely forested hills north of the city. Within hours, flames spread rapidly due to the strong winds, which push warm, dry air from the inland deserts toward the coast. These winds can accelerate fire growth, turning a manageable fire into an uncontrollable blaze. Thousands of acres of land were consumed by fire, with homes, businesses, and natural habitats all falling victim to the inferno. The smoke has blanketed the city, making air quality hazardous for millions. Local authorities scrambled to manage evacuations, but the speed at which the fire moved made it incredibly difficult to contain. Tragically, at least 5 lives were lost, including a firefighter who heroically battled the blaze. More than 130,000 residents were forced to flee their homes, seeking shelter in temporary shelters or with family and friends. Infrastructure took a heavy hit. Highways were shut down, schools closed, and emergency shelters filled to capacity. The wildfires destroyed over 10,000 homes, businesses, vehicles, and other structures, and left entire communities unrecognizable. Firefighters, emergency services, and volunteers worked tirelessly to fight the flames, but the fire was relentless. Amidst the pain and loss, the resilience of the Los Angeles community shone through. People opened their homes to those in need, and countless volunteers came together to provide relief. The outpouring of support from all over the nation underscored the importance of solidarity during times of crisis. Local businesses, schools, and churches transformed into hubs of aid, offering food, water, and essential supplies. Fundraising campaigns flooded in, raising millions of dollars for those affected by the fires. Many people, though not directly impacted, found themselves giving in whatever way they could, whether through donating supplies, offering financial assistance, or simply lending a listening ear to survivors. The environmental and ecological impact of the wildfires in Los Angeles stretches far beyond the immediate devastation seen in homes and infrastructure. The flames consumed thousands of acres of forest and brushland, wiping out entire ecosystems that took decades or even centuries to develop. These areas were home to countless species of plants, animals, and insects, many of which are endemic to the region, meaning they are found nowhere else in the world. The destruction of these habitats poses an existential threat to these species, some of which may never recover from the loss of their homes. As the wildfires rage, they not only consume vegetation, but also decimated important natural resources. such as watershed areas. Forests and wetlands act as natural filters, providing clean water and controlling erosion. With large swaths of these landscapes destroyed, the region faces long-term challenges in terms of water quality and flood management. The fires also had a severe impact on the air quality, releasing not only carbon dioxide, but also massive amounts of particulate matter and other toxic pollutants. These emissions contribute to the worsening of climate change as the atmosphere is further saturated with greenhouse gases. The combination of fire, smoke, and carbon emissions from the blaze adds to a cycle of warming that leads to drier conditions, making the region even more susceptible to future fires. Moreover, the fires are indicative of a broader environmental crisis. As climate change accelerates, wildfires have become more frequent and intense in many parts of the world. The destruction in Los Angeles is a grim reminder that we are caught in a vicious cycle. The environment is being altered in ways that make future wildfires more likely, while the fires themselves exacerbate the very conditions contributing to climate change. This vicious cycle not only threatens local ecosystems, but also contributes to global environmental instability, affecting the entire planet's climate and biodiversity. While wildfires are a natural part of many ecosystems, their increasing frequency and intensity are becoming a significant concern. Experts point to climate change as a major contributing factor. Los Angeles, with its dry summers and mild winters, is experiencing longer fire seasons. As temperatures rise and precipitation patterns shift, the risk of wildfires becomes even more dire. Moreover, the city's geography, with its surrounding hills and canyons, creates natural fire corridors. These landscapes can amplify the effects of wildfires, making them more destructive when combined with dry conditions and winds. Understanding the geography of fire-prone areas is crucial for better managing wildfire risks in the future. The impact of the wildfires in Los Angeles extends far beyond the immediate destruction. For many of the individuals and families who lost their homes, the decision to relocate isn't a temporary one, it's permanent. As neighborhoods are destroyed and entire communities are displaced, many residents face a difficult question. Should they rebuild or should they move elsewhere? The fires have caused not just physical destruction, but emotional and financial upheaval. With many neighborhoods wiped off the map, there's an exodus of people choosing to start over in safer, more stable locations. This relocation trend is not just about individuals or families. It's a shift that could reshape Los Angeles's demographics in the long run, as wealthier individuals and families with the resources to relocate may leave the city altogether, while those who remain may face economic instability. Economically, the scale of the disaster is immense. The wildfires are expected to cost Los Angeles more than $50 billion in damages, including the destruction of homes, businesses, infrastructure, and the long-term environmental recovery. The sheer financial burden will likely mean years, if not decades, of recovery, with local governments forced to reallocate funds for rebuilding efforts rather than other pressing community needs. The geography of Los Angeles itself may also undergo significant change in the aftermath of the fires. Areas that once featured lush greenery and dense forests are now barren landscapes, subject to increased erosion. When the rainy season arrives, these areas could experience devastating mudslides, which could threaten homes, infrastructure, and further disrupt communities already dealing with the aftermath of the flames. The process of rebuilding both the physical infrastructure and the land itself will take years, and in some areas it may take decades for ecosystems to regenerate, leaving a scar on the landscape that may never fully heal. Looking ahead, the state of California and the city of Los Angeles are beginning to reevaluate their approach to wildfire prevention and disaster management. There is talk of increasing the use of controlled burns to reduce the amount of dry vegetation that feeds wildfires, as well as making changes to urban planning to create defensible buffer zones between communities and fire-prone areas. Additionally, better firefighting equipment, enhanced emergency response systems, and more funding for fire prevention programs are all part of the conversation. However, the harsh reality is that no amount of planning or intervention will be entirely effective unless climate change is directly addressed. Rising temperatures and prolonged droughts create conditions that are increasingly conducive to wildfires. If global warming continues to intensify, these catastrophic fires may become the new normal, not just in Los Angeles, but in other regions across the world. This means that the future of wildfires could be marked by more frequent, more intense, and more destructive blazes, unless meaningful steps are taken to mitigate climate change and its effects. The January 2025 wildfires in Los Angeles serve as a stark reminder of the ongoing challenges posed by climate change and urban geography. As we continue to face these natural disasters, it's essential to learn from the past, adapt our strategies, and work together as a community to safeguard our future. The geography of wildfires is complex, but our response can be simple: preparedness, resilience, and unity. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please hit the like button and subscribe for more geography-based stories.